We need to tax unrealized gains, otherwise our society is going to actually collapse. And to all the people who think it is such an unimaginable idea to tax unrealized gains, everything would break if we taxed unrealized gains, how would our society function? You do realize we already tax unrealized gains, right? Property tax. Property tax is a tax on unrealized gains. And guess what? That's actually a good thing, because property tax, as much as we all hate paying it, it prevents one wealthy jackass from just buying everything and then just sitting on it forever and never doing anything with it. You can't just acquire land, never do anything with it, never do anything yourself, and then just become like Lord Giga Fuckwad in the middle of nowhere with like thousands and hundreds of thousands of acres of land. You have to be contributing something to society, otherwise you need to start liquidating those assets. And that is exactly what taxing unrealized gains does. It's just up till now, we've had a wealthy elite engaging in a very sophisticated propaganda campaign to convince you that taxing the unrealized gains of rich people is a bad thing. Now, your unrealized gains, they get taxed. But their unrealized gains, no, you can't touch those. And in fact, back to our example about property for a second, this is the most hilarious thing ever. If you just own a home, like just own a home to live in, you get taxed like a motherfucker on that thing. But the moment that you become a landlord, the moment that the house becomes capital, becomes property that generates income for corporations and the wealthy, all of a sudden the tax structure changes and the unrealized gains being taxed on that property get canceled out by a bunch of other aspects of our tax structure. So literally, even in the example I'm talking about, we tax unrealized gains for the poor, but if you're wealthy, if you're a capital holder, you don't get charged unrealized gains. So the wealthy are literally tricking your ass into paying for taxes that they are not willing to pay for themselves. And that right there that I've just described is literally the mechanism that keeps the wealthy wealthy and keeps the poor poor. It is literally the mechanism that keeps you in your place. You get taxed to shit. Your assets get taxed to shit. Everything you do gets taxed to shit. But they don't get taxed. So they can acquire a lump sum and then just hoard it, sit on it, never do anything with it. Meanwhile, everything you do gets taxed away and filtered into, I don't know, something, infinite free money for the wealthy for a decade after the 2008 financial crash. So it's about time we start fixing our tax system, and because it is literally this unjust tax structure that keeps you, a deserving person, trapped in poverty, and